So we've got the bathroom area tiled now. All the floor done, folks. This is nice and neat and tidy. So I've profiled the skirting board in blue to go round. I've tiled around the sink area. So I've tiled as much of the bathroom as was needed to be done. I've made a timber bath panel, tiled the bath panel, so now we're off into the kitchen area. Well, I've made a start. We're going 3 tile up from the work units. And basically where you can see here, we're following it down to that line. And then the back edge here to marry up with what we've got in here around this sink area. So let's begin. So we can get a continuous true edge. We've used the spirit level and we've drawn our line across this short piece of timber here. So basically what we've got to do now is fix the timber to the wall. Just delicately, just so I can then tile straight across here, folks. Tiling is not the hardest job in the world. With a few, as you can see here, with a few sockets to get round, which I'll show you how we cut them, and it's dead straightforward. So now we'll get on to putting a few of these tiles on. So basically what I need now is let's see if you can make sure that I'm in shot. Move the camera to here. So we've got this 2-in-1, this fixative, and this is the adhesive I'm putting on. Once we press the tile on, I just need this tapping down slightly. Once we press it on, the tile adhesive will spread the length of the tile. Right, so let's just pause a sec. So for spacers, I'm just using the cardboard box that these things come in. You can buy the spacers if you feel you need. So let's just make sure that that is now on a level. Basically this is all we're doing now, is we're just popping blobs, 3 good blobs of adhesive on. And this is grout all in one. So we press these things on, basically take any excess off with the fingers, wipe it back into the tub, wipe the fingers on me. So then we've got this cardboard here, we're using as a spacer, so in it goes here, and then in it goes here. And we're just going to do this all the way along. It's not quite time-lapse how I'm doing it here, but we're speeding along. It took about 5-6 minutes just to get to here. So I figure it's got to be a step in the right direction, this, as opposed to making the videos I have been doing that led me nowhere, folks. Really. Maybe they weren't meant to lead me anywhere. Maybe I was just meant, like I've said all along, to basically just record what was taking place. So as these things set, I can use these spacers I've been using now a little bit further up here. So it's time I put what time I've got left now to better use. No better use really than maybe helping people improve their lives, improve their way of living by doing the properties up, whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm biting at straws, I don't know. But this is nice and true now. So we'll move along to the end, and then I'll do these cuts. I'll mark these cuts out, dead simple. I've got an electric cutter. We don't do it the old-fashioned way. I can do it the old-fashioned way. We're making sure everything is true as we go along, and it's just perfect. Dead easy to do. A lot of people use these laser lights now. I just prefer to use the good old spirit level, to be honest with you folks. So I'll pause it in, and then I'm just measuring out for this cut here. It's basically we put a straight edge down onto the tile here. I'll mark, whether that's showing or not, I don't know. So I'll mark there. So we'll take the measurement, which is 2 1/4 inches basically. So I'll transfer that measurement. Just check it again, check it twice. Always make these things slightly, just a couple of mil shorter than it needs to be, basically. So if we get a snug fit and we can get some filler around, and then it looks dead neat and true, basically. Using the correct tools. So we've got the mark here. So now we want the mark across, the measurement from off the bottom going up. So we'll get this, which is just over 2 inches, so we'll cut it at 2 inches. Just shy of 2. We'll just check it again now. So just cut it slightly over 2 inches. So then set square onto the tile. Get the measurement exactly cut off. And so let's have a look here, see if it's showing here. So this is the top piece we're cutting off. Let's go and cut it off. I'll go through into the workshop now and find a dirty corner where the tile cutter is. Shut up, door. The tile cutter's here on the floor. I'll set this up and then I'll show you how we cut. Basically, we've got the tile cutter plugged in and switch it on. So I'm not putting any. So we're not putting any water in this. It's just a quick cut. You're supposed to put water in. You're supposed to have your goggles on. I'll dispense with all that, folks. We got the long cut. Now the long cut. And we have it straightforward. So let's go back and fit the fucker. I am and I've grown very, very weary of the things I have been doing, the videos I've been doing, folks. So maybe it's time, like I keep saying now, to just sit back and let what's happening, folks. No fucking stopping it. Here it is. Let's just check. It's a comfortable fit. It's a nice fit. Put the adhesive on now, and then I'll progress on. And you know, so long as you learn about the things that you want to be doing, you don't have to be professional to do anything or to do a good job about anything, folks. There it goes. We make sure that it goes on and that we've allowed room for spaces to go on. Wipe some of the excess off here. Just using my fingers really. I'll take another spacer from there. Make sure everything's nice and tight and easy there. I'll show you when it's finished. So we just got these end pieces to cut now, 1 3/4 inches, and then we've got finish off around these sockets here, as you can see. And like I said, we'll start on this, marry up to the sink there. So at this stage now we've got the mainstay of it on, so I'll just cut these 3 cuts now, and then I'll clean my fingers and have a cup of coffee. And working on my own allows me the ability to say fuck you to the constraints and restraints of working with health and safety, yeah? I'm not overly fucking intelligent, folks, but I'm not stupid neither, you know. I don't need codes, regulations, and someone watching over me to fucking tell me that I'm doing something right or wrong, you know. Common fucking sense is all you need, folks. All this bollocks of health and fucking safety at work and such is just a load of crap, really. And if you do have the ability to work for your fucking self, I suggest you do. So for the next hour, won't take that long as I film it, because I'll skip through it. For the next hour, we're going to concentrate just on this now. Marry up to this we did yesterday, ready for grouting in a few days' time when I get round to it. So we'll have a milky coffee with sugar in. You know, the sugar that they tell you is bad for you, folks. And then replace it with aspartame and saccharin and fucking sucrose and all that lot, which is usually 1,000 times more potent than fucking sugar. All these sugar-free drinks that the fat people are consuming, kidding themselves that they're going to lose weight, consuming it, folks. You know, it's an exciter fucking toxin, causes you to drink more. So instead of having a can of Pepsi, people are buying fucking litre bottles of it and swinging the fucking lot. You try and explain that to people, they can't get it in the fucking heads. And same with salt, I have pink Himalayan mountain fucking salt, black sea salt. I have fat in my diet because we're meant to consume fat and get rid of the body fat naturally. And animal fats we can deal with. It's the trans fats, the oils and all the rest of the shit that we can. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. So I'm set up here now to start fucking tiling along here. I'll film again in a few minutes. Like I say, you don't need to be a professional, because I ain't, folks. I'm not doing a really lovely job of this. So basically I'm making these spaces that I'm using for the tiles. Basically just out of the old tile box, folks. Basically just making them by hand here, so we use a knife. We slice them, and just so we can pop these things in between the tiles, that's all. Dead simple. So we're getting along nicely now. I've got to cut round the socket, and then there is a bit of an edge here that we're working into. So once the tile's cut and in, we'll then have to form a nice edge to finish off. We're not putting a ball nose or a plastic beading or anything like that on it. We're just going to you do it as I've been instructed to do it by the people that want it doing. So I put these pieces now, and I like fucking about. You know, I hate calling things like this work. It's not work, it's just a pastime to me. I love doing these things. Fucking about, that's all it is. Making good and improving on what you can do. Basically, anyone can do this. Where's the one I cut the top here? So that's it. So this runs out a bit here, so there's a little bit of plaster to work to do, you know, just to skim this in afterwards. Let's get this one on. This only needs 2 blobs here. We PVA'd over this dry plaster so it won't soak too much of the moisture up too quickly. That's too big, so one in there, one in there. This cardboard does pull out again afterwards. So let's get this one on now, top here. We'll get a few more of these spaces from over here that are now where the tiles are set, so we don't need to worry about any tiles slipping basically. I won't cut another one now to get in there. And we'll cut round that one. And I'll just show you me do the end. So anybody out there, you know, fancying having a go at this, have a go. No real skill involved, folks. Just basically you've just got to try and keep it as neat as possible. As tidy as possible. Your measurements, you know, bang on, spot on. Just check that that will go in there now. And basically so now we've just got this reveal here, this end. Till away. Basically to put these tiles on and then fill it and get it nice and even. I'll show you when it's finished. And there we have it, folks. That's just slowly. That's as far as I'm going. You can see it all nice now once smoothing off and painting at the top of the tile. So basically all we've got to do now is pull these packings out that we put in maybe over 40 minutes ago, in real time that is, as opposed to me keep stopping and starting. Then we'll get the sponge and we'll wash the face of these off, get this excess off, and then they're ready for grouting in a day or two, which I'll show you. When I get time to get these pencil marks off. And for now, with that shot, I could you not remember? Those of you who are watching me decorate this place, it was wrecked by vandals over a year ago, and they basically trashed the place. They threw shit up the walls. They bought an excess of sauces, pizza sauces, Heinz sauces, and they threw it all over the walls. You knew what they were doing. Body butter, so the grease could not be painted over. And they wrecked all the floors. They scratched all the floors, so I had to sand all the floors, varnish all the floors over a year ago. And they need a top coat on them now. But as you can see now, folks, you know, these fuckers didn't win. But they completely trashed the place. They filled the toilet to the top with excrement. So when you lifted the lid, and the place stunk for fucking months. It took a lot of effort to get it looking better. All these doors, they destroyed the electrics. And they shoved food, fish and meats behind these radiators. And when we were actually allowed to get back in, the meats that they'd spread all over the floor, the blood from these steaks that they'd bought, you wouldn't believe people would do that. But they'd smeared this shit all over the fucking floors. And of course, the stench of fucking death was unreal. And working in here, you know, it took a fucking lot of willpower. But anyway, we're getting there with it, folks. It's looking ready for someone to fucking pop in and enjoy this fucking space. It's huge space, folks. And like I said, I'll show you at some point when this is ready for grouting. Grouting's easy, grouting's a piece of piss. But again, it's ready for the cookers to go in and washing machines in these gaps here, so we're not going down to the floors with anything. And again, with that shot, for now, folks, I kid ye not,